All right, what's up, everybody? Look, I literally just walked into my hotel room about 5 minutes ago, but I had to make a video for you because the market is absolutely sending right now. Bitcoin's up over $116,000 at the time of recording. ETH's up around $4,700. Alts are up anywhere from 5 to 10% just in the last couple hours. And I wanted to make a video telling you exactly what is going on, exactly what I'm doing right now, and exactly what I'm expecting next. So we have a good bit to get into today really quickly. So let's not waste any more time, but do not forget that if you are trading during this absolute madness, be careful, one. But two, you can check out the link to BTCC down below, guys. You're going to get up to $10,000 in bonuses if you sign up with my link. And don't forget, we're doing that $500 USDT giveaway where two of you who sign up, deposit, and start trading with my link are going to get $250 completely for free. So check out all those bonuses down below and let's dive in. So what we can see here is, again, Bitcoin's price, absolute God candle printed there on the 1 hour and 4 hour charts, absolutely sending from 111,000 up towards $116,000 just in a couple hours. The same goes with ETH, which is absolutely smashing it right now, currently up 12% in the last 24 hours, leading the rest of the altcoin market with it. Now, if you don't know why the crypto market is pumping, it is because of what we got from Jerome Powell at the, of course, Jackson Hole speech. Now, at the Jackson Hole speech, Jerome Powell basically came out and said, listen, downside risks to employment are rising. They're shifting risks, of course, may possibly warrant adjusting policy, but we'll have to see. Policy is currently in restrictive territory, and GDP has slowed notably in H1, or the first half of the year. Now, what does all this mean? Well, what it means is that things are changing, and he's aware that things are changing. The Fed is aware that things are changing, especially with all of the recent economic data that we've gotten, some really good, some really bad. Now, as a result of all of this economic data, they are starting to consider shifting their economic policy, which could, of course, entail that some sort of interest rate cuts are going to be happening over the next couple months. Now, if you check on Polymarket and many of these other platforms, people are betting not only that there will be one interest rate coming soon, but there could be two over the next few months. And as a result of these possible interest rates approaching, people are getting extremely excited. They're kind of assuming, or I guess just guessing, really speculating, I suppose, that this interest rate cut environment could lead to, of course, a lot of liquidity being generated, not only for the crypto market, but for the stock market. The everyday person will have more money. Businesses will be making more. People can afford more things. And all around, that's good for the economy. It should take the weight off of people's shoulders and should allow for assets, especially risk-on assets, to perform well. And so with this in mind, people just said, okay, that's it. And they just went absolutely ham, buying everything. Stocks are up, crypto's up, alts are up, meme coins, microcaps, pre-sales, everything is up. And obviously it does feel pretty good. Now, with this in mind, though, this does not mean that Bitcoin's price is just going to absolutely fly to 150K. It doesn't mean that ETH is about to still head to $10,000. Guys, remember, this is still a very weird environment. He didn't say for sure that interest rates were going to be cut. He said that policy shift may need to happen. And so knowing that, I'm going to tell you now exactly what you need to be looking at with the charts right now, because what I don't want you to do is just hear this news, be like, oh, great, we're back. Exit off of this video and just go buy everything. No. Let me show you what you need to be watching, because there are still battles on the horizon. So if we head over to the Bitcoin chart, the first thing you need to be watching, remember, is the descending channel. As you all know, we have been tracking this descending channel here for Bitcoin since July 10th of this year, guys. I mean, we've been tracking this thing for what? Let's see. How many days has this been? Let's see. I'm actually very curious. We've been tracking this descending channel for 40 days now. And what you can see is that although Bitcoin has made a fantastic move, don't you get me wrong, it is still sitting in this descending channel. And if Bitcoin is truly going to open the door of opportunity to start pumping to $120,000, $125,000, $130,000, we need to see Bitcoin being able to pretty consistently and stably break above this descending channel. What does that look like? It means Bitcoin needs to get above $116.7 thousand. And as you can see, it is struggling a little bit right now. Now, don't get me wrong, guys, I'll be honest. I do think Bitcoin is going to break out of this channel in this move that we're in right now. There is still the risk, though, that it pulls back a little bit before making that move. So what I want you to do is don't just assume that Bitcoin is about to automatically fly to 125 or 130K. No. Go on your charts, watch the descending channel, because when Bitcoin breaks this descending channel, that's the trigger. That's the confirmation. That's the market telling us it's ready to make that next move up towards $120,000 to $121,000. Now, when we look at altcoins, it's a very similar picture, a little bit different, because we're going to focus on Ethereum. So do you remember about maybe 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, as Ethereum's price was pushing towards these higher levels, I gave you three clear zones of resistance and support. I gave you the green box, the gray box, and the red box. I said, listen, these are all three very important levels. I said, we need to break through the green box. And if we do that, we need to break through the gray box. And if we do that, we need to break through the red box. Once we complete those three steps, that is when Ethereum's going to open up. That's when ETH is going to try to make that run to 6K, 7K, 8K. That's what's going to lead to altcoins seeing some absolutely insane gains. But that's not what happened. ETH's price made it through the green zone, made it through the gray zone, but ran into that red zone and immediately got rejected. I mean, within one day, ran into resistance and got forced back downwards, creating this descending channel. Now, I've been telling you guys for the last 4 or 5 days, look, I'm not scared of this descending channel. I think ETH is going to use this descending channel to try to break back up towards the red zone. And look what happened. ETH's price came back down, built support in the gray zone, almost lost it, but didn't, worked itself back up, broke out of the gray zone, out of the descending channel, and is now back in the red box, a textbook move from ETH's price. And so although this feels fantastic, remember, it is still in a massive zone of resistance. And if you're looking to go big on ETH, if you're looking for ETH to finally start making moves, the confirmation is when it breaks the red box, guys. And the red box gets broken at $4,962, just $38 short of the $5,000 psychological level. So I'm just going to call it $5,000. When ETH can break 5K, that's the trigger point. That's the moment where the doors of opportunity open, but it's not here yet. At the time of recording, ETH has not broken 5K and Bitcoin is still in the descending channel. So although this feels fantastic, and trust me, I get it. I'm on this roller coaster with you guys. I still need you to be cautious. In yesterday's video, I told you what? I told you, look, although things are kind of bad right now, good right now, bad one day, good the next day, you need to just be careful. There's a lot of emotion in the market. A lot of people are going crazy. And this is the perfect territory for extremely high levels of manipulation to occur. And so until we get out of this emotional period in the market, you need to be careful, pull back all those big trades, all those big shorts, all those big longs, just pull back a little bit. Allow this market to sort itself out. Let's see if Bitcoin's going to hold support and break out or lose support. Let's let it play out. And although things are going up right now, that is still in effect. Now that it's good doesn't mean that there's still not going to be a lot of manipulation. It doesn't mean that people aren't going to lose. It doesn't mean that there's going to be small little crashes that are going to happen to liquidate long traders who put too much leverage on the market. So you still need to be careful even in a moment like this right now where things feel great, because one, there's a lot of manipulation that's still going to occur, and two, we are still seeing some massive battles with Bitcoin trying to break out of the descending channel and ETH trying to break the red zone. So allow this to happen. Allow this to play out before doing too much or opening up anything too big. Now, what am I doing and what am I expecting? Personally, I do believe that as long as nothing crazy happens from a macro political perspective, as long as Jerome Powell doesn't say something very contradicting in the next 24 hours, I actually do think that we are going to see not only just Bitcoin, but ETH break through these zones over the coming short to midterm. I think this is the perfect environment leading into September for these assets to finally break those previous highs that they put in on August 14th. This is the perfect formula. So yeah, I do actually think that we are going to see Bitcoin, ETH, and many more alts continue to put gains in along the way. But I don't think that's going to happen without chop. I think there's going to be moments where the market dumps. I think there's going to be moments where things pull back. Let's go look at CoinGlass. Let me show you what's going on CoinGlass. I'm going to be honest, I haven't even looked at CoinGlass, but I don't need to. This is exactly what I mean. Look at what we're seeing with the Bitcoin chart on the 1 day. Look at all these levered long traders opening up these gigantic trades. Look at the 7 day. This is already leaning back to the upside. Look at Ethereum. It's already leaning back to the upside. On the 1 day, leaning back to the upside. What does all this mean? It means people are betting big, they're getting emotional, and they're putting more money than they can reasonably lose on the market right now. And so because they're doing this, this is going to come with periods in time in which Bitcoin and ETH pull back and maybe even dump for a second to liquidate these traders. So if you are going to be entering in the market right now, you need to be extremely careful. So yes, I do think that Bitcoin and ETH are going to break through their highs. I do think that they are going to give us gains, but it's not going to come without a lot of people getting liquidated. So you need to be careful. Now, what am I doing? Put very simply, guys, I'm taking a little bit of profit off the table. I know you're not going to want to hear it and you might be confused. Tyler, you just said that you think the market's going to go up. Great. I'll take more profit if it goes up. But you remember the video I made for you yesterday and told you just because things feel good doesn't mean you can abandon your strategies? That's what I'm doing. Things feel great, so I'm sticking to my strategy. As you all know, look in the Discord server. What you can see what I've been doing over the last 2-3 days. Well, you can see here. Boom. Look, let me go all the way up here. On August 19th, 3 days ago, I said I'm doing a small to medium sized reinvestment on Bitcoin right now in my long term bag with some more of our profits from the last few swing trades. I did that at $113,000. I added to that DCA when Bitcoin fell down to $112,500. And what do you know? Bitcoin's price comes back down even lower, down to $112,400. What did I do? I did another small dollar cost average on Bitcoin there, buying in the fear, buying when everyone is scared. And just 24 hours later, we get this good news that sends Bitcoin's price up, putting every single purchase that we did over the last 3 days in a profit. Were they big trades? No. Were they big buys? No, but that's not the point. The point is that we capitalized on that move when everybody else was selling. And now those same people who were selling are trying to rebuy in while we're taking profits out. I'm going against the grain. And so in a moment like this, I'm taking profits off the table and letting it play out. And guess what? If Bitcoin's price wants to break through that, of course, descending channel like it might be doing right now, fantastic. If ETH wants to break through that $5,000 mark like it may be trying to do right now, fantastic. I am simply just going to keep taking profit off the table the higher we get because we had conviction, we bet on the reversal, and we were buying when the market was falling. We were buying when everyone was scared. And that's why our community, those of you watching this right now, win so consistently. You bet against the grain. Connor Kenny's quoted this as contrarian trading. And I find it fantastic. You bet against the emotions. And that's exactly what we've done. So this is a fantastic moment for Bitcoin, a fantastic moment for altcoins. And listen, this could be a fantastic moment for the economy in general, but do not get too far ahead of yourselves. Understand that there are still risks involved. Things can flip just like that. So you need to stick to your strategies, remove your emotions, stick to your fundamentals, and keep a very close eye on whether or not Bitcoin can break that channel and ETH can break the red box. If so, that's going to open the door of opportunity for this entire market, at which point I think we'll be able to really capitalize. So that's my update for the day. Look, I just got here, so I have some stuff that I need to do. So I am going to upload a couple little shorts, reels, TikToks, and all that stuff. So check out the links down below. And do not forget that if you are trading right now, to one, be careful, but two, go get access to up to $10,000 in bonuses if you check out that link down below. But overall, I hope you all are having a fantastic beginning to your weekend. I know I surely am, and I can't wait to see you all on the next one. Peace out, everybody.